Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is a longtime friend, Nita VR Designs. We actually haven't had them up on the screen for the last long while. Here in Tuber Chat, we always put members on the screen first. Superchatters skip the line when that kind of thing happens. But those kind of things are unnecessary here. We keep everything open to everyone. And after usually a long period of time, I add names to our wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation, and then we put as many channels on the screen as we can in a 3-hour period. So Nita VR Designs has been here many times before, and like I said, has been a long-time friend. They bring us shopping, vlogs, lifestyle, travel, and much more. I'm just going to grab their latest Safari video. As you can see, I'm behind. I'm going to put that in a special playlist I use called Catch Up, and that's just so that I can keep caught up with creators. They're working on 2,300 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. We'll have a look at what they're doing with shorts as well. We've taken a real interest in shorts. Lots of the participants here in the Tuber Chat family have been doing very well with shorts over the last year and a half to almost 2 years now. And when we look at Nita VR Designs, we see that they've gotten into 31,000, 60,000, and won over 148,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams are something they've done a couple of times, but we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up. We keep notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we possibly can. I've got quite a few names on the wheel right now. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position as one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. Michael's Adventures may not be able to get in here today. He might be late. He is another beloved and dedicated moderator, but always sends his regards on the days he's not here. Unstable TV and Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are both early in the door with Canadian Family Life and Fairbrick Studio. And then I've also got Derpy Playground and Nobody Should Be Forgotten, and a long time friend, one of our longest standing members, which is Be Amazing Sylvia. And she's been here since the very beginning of Tuber Chat. As a matter of fact, 3.5 years ago, Marketplace Boutique is in the house. Cool Gamer might still be listening. Always good to see you. Thank you. Dusty Bottom Boys is here for the second time, so thank you for coming back in. And let me just see who else we've got with us. I don't mean to miss anybody. Crafty Leo's in the house, another longtime friend. Cruising Koozies. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Chocolate Drop is here. When we do these early Sunday morning live streams, they tend to start a little bit slower than most others. Lots of our friends will be out doing other Sunday morning typical activities, at least in North America. I know our friends in the UK are 5 hours ahead, so it's mid-afternoon for them. And we, of course, like every other channel on YouTube, have viewers from all over the world, which is one of the most exciting things that I find about our YouTube journeys. Cindy Demanche, good to see you in the house, and Norwegian Homestead is coming up on the wheel right now. It's time to spin, so I'll do that right away. And this is what we do for 3 hours here in Tuber Chat. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, you know what I forgot about the other day? I forgot about this, and it's not funny, but it makes me laugh, is we lost our stream right at the end. The internet cut off and we lost the last 3 channels that were supposed to be up. Canadian Family Life, I think, had waited the whole time, almost 3 hours, to be on the screen, and if I remember right, didn't make their chance. So it's interesting, the wheel seems to be making up for that right now because you're the first one chosen. So I'm sure Tiffany will be happy about that. Butler Family Farm, it's good to see you back in the house. Get to the Farm is here. Martha Makes Art is also in the house. Chocolate Drop can be a little bit tough to find, but if you go through the search results and match the avatar, you'll catch them. Chocolate Drop is a longtime friend, as a matter of fact. I think it's Chocolate Drop Coupons is their handle, if I remember right. And when we search, find, and click on each other's channels, we're really doing a great service. The channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. But the more and more we search, find, and click on each other, the more we'll rise up the search results, and eventually YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Canadian Family Life, Chocolate Drop, or any of our channels. If you really have trouble finding somebody and can't get to them, just let me know. But it really does help. We always want to do as much as we can to help other channels. That's the idea here. And then others will be doing the same thing for you. We can all imagine, what would you do if you found out that a bunch of people wanted to come to your channel, but they just couldn't find you and then never came back again, right? So Judgment Day Mike Harper is in the house. Virtual Shopkeeper Dee Dee as well has been added to the wheel. And then thank you, Canadian Family Life. I'm going to talk about her content in a quick second. Yeah, coupons after their name. Chocolate Drop Coupons. So I don't want to say no. I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, even when it sounds like it or if I slip. We all have to make the right decision when it comes to the names of our channels. So when you pick a name for your channel, and we've all picked our names already, anybody can change them, but I never want to recommend it necessarily, because the harder your name is to remember, the easier it is to find. But if you have a name like our dear friend Emotion, who's a member and a moderator here, it's one word, it's only a few letters, and he is struggling with the search results more than anybody else. His channel's doing great at almost 4,000 subscribers already, but you can imagine not being number one in the search results with that many subscribers means that that name is extremely easy to remember, but harder to find in the search results, right? So we've got to think about that. When you get to a point, this goes for everybody, after you have about 3,000 subscribers, none of that stuff is going to matter anymore. Emotion is a very special case in our community, but other than that, every other channel that I can think of does fine with the search results after they get to a couple thousand subscribers or a few thousand. Welcome to TNT Family Show. Thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message. I've got you on the wheel. They happen to be a member, of course. And Kermit Jan Alaska says that it's 6 o'clock for them. Yeah, earlier. Frank Turzo, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Queen's Life is here as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Derpy Playground, I did get you on the wheel. And let's get moving through channels. So when we look at Canadian Family Life, we see a creator that makes herself very recognizable by participating with a lot of other creators in the Superchat family. They've really grown their channel. It's one of the fastest growing channels, actually, that we've seen in the last long while. Already over 2,100 subscribers. This is Tiffany, and you recognize her because you've seen her on StreamYard panels on many other people's channels. Now, on her channel here, Canadian Family Life from New Brunswick, they're bringing us grocery hauls, cooking videos. This looks like a channel update video, is that right? I got that in my catch-up list, so I'll go through that one afterwards. They did a Remembrance Day tribute yesterday. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They also do some indoor container gardening, and this particular channel and their particular indoor container garden really hit home for me, just because they do such a great job of keeping tidy and organized. And I know that those might not be the most fun words in the world, but when you see their container garden, I think that it can be inspiring to anybody who wants to start. So 2,400 2,400 views on a couple of these shorts, 2,500 on one of them. And when we get into the live streams again, you see that these happen occasionally, but Tiffany is found on many other creators' channels. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards that 2,200 subscribers that they're thinking about. Queen's Life is just dropping a super chat, so thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. She's done that time and time again. So we'll put that channel up on the screen right away. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel, which is for the most part full of members right now. And then after a long period of time, I will add some more names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation during the course of the stream. And thank you, Queen's Life. Unicorn Lady Tech is back in the house. Good to see you here. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Jason Keto and more has come in as well, another fellow Canadian. If anybody has not already dropped a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Queen's Life has really been growing fast, which is great to see. They're posting videos frequently, looking like several times a week actually. They've got a new Dollar Tree video. And I'm going to take that and put it into my catch-up list again so I can keep caught up with them. They've got some shorts on the channel as well that have done really well, getting into 3,500, 5,500 views, even 17,000 views. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator is streaming occasionally. So we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up. We always have notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much content from each other as we can. The Bud Files are everywhere all the time. Angela Critters is a longtime friend as well. I've got the Bud Files on the wheel now, and we'll get back to spinning in a second here. Queen's Life's son is Meanty, and they're never too far behind each other. I can see I'm behind, so I'm just going to grab your latest video and put this into my catch-up list as well. As a matter of fact, I think that's the same one you've got here on the front page. So what I'm going to do is look at your shorts, and they've just started with these, but one of them at 1,800 views already, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they've done in the past. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up. Ellie said, what? Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in if that's what you would like. Mike and Rihanna's adventures are coming up now. So thank you, Queen's Life, again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. She's done that many times before. And we just looked at her son Meanty's channel as well. So Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have just changed up their channel a little bit with a brand new avatar today, which is really cool and great looking, to be honest with you. I see that it's travel based, as this couple brings us a lot of vlogging content and a lot of travel. Mike has recently become a travel agent, and they actually have a series of live streams on the channel focused on travel. Rambling with the Brooms, thanks for coming in. I've got you on the wheel. He's here as a member and a moderator. When we look at Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, we'll go through their videos first. We see that they bring us indoors, outdoors. They take us on adventures. They bring us in their home. They give us a chance to get to know them, along with the travel talk that I was just speaking of. And then when we get into shorts, we see they've done well with these as also getting into 2,400 views on a couple of them, and one over 3,000, which is great to see. I think this is actually a brand new video, the Guy's Burger one. And then live streams on the channel include Sunday Fun. They'll be at that later today, and that's going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern, so about 7 hours from now. And that happens every single week. And then Across the Waves is something they're doing on Wednesday, where they've got a simulcast that goes between Rihanna's Life Adventures, a second channel this couple has set up, and then other StreamYard panelists come on, but it's an action-packed show. They actually did a real good job of contemplating that show before starting it up, and I was there for one of the first episodes, and I really enjoyed the time there. Express Baskets and Treats, good to see you in the house. Queen's Caching, good to have you here as well. The mother and daughter duo has made it in, so thank you for being here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I need just a second, and we'll come right back. Pardon me for that. When we look at Rihanna's life adventures, we see a complementary channel to Mike and Rihanna's adventures, and they've recently dressed this up too. The banner's recent, the avatar's recent. They've got some shorts here, and these have started to move into hundreds of views already. Videos on the channel feature more complementary content to what we expect from Mike and Rihanna's adventures. They could be indoors, outdoors, taking us on an adventure, or giving us a chance to get to know Rihanna a little bit better. And then here's that across the wave simulcasted live stream that we'll see from both of them on both of their channels on Wednesday. So Rihanna's Life Adventures is now at 81 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So as well, Queen's Caching just dropped another super chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and like I keep saying, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And they've been here several times before. Big Valley Living is in the house. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And we got quite a full wheel right this second, but we're going to add our clear the wheel section in a little while. Michael's Adventures has made it in. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. And then Queen's Caching on the screen is getting close to 2,600 subscribers, which is great to see. Their shorts are already doing well. One of these has already passed 1,700 views. And then when we get into videos, we get an idea of what they're doing here, helping us with our finances, cash stuffing, syncing, savings, and budgeting. And I'm just going to take the latest video that they've got, Amazon Prime unboxing on a budget. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them, catch another piece of content. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and watching videos. I get to know the content, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators there as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well, and we get a little bit of information on their about page about what to expect on the channel. But I'm really happy to have a good handful of channels now in the Superchat family that are going to help us with our finances when 99% of us have monetization on our mind. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of that monetization when it does come around? So thank you again, Queen's Caching, for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And we always put Super Chatters on the screen right away. But when we spin the wheel, we get another channel up here. This is the Bud Files. They seem to be everywhere all the time. And then I see we've got a brand new channel in the chat as well. Naresh Keshep, good to see you in the house. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Naresh Kashyap, is that right? And then please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's good to see you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. The Bud Files seek to be modern-day archaeologists. The idea on this channel is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They do that with shorts and live streams as well, and they've really expanded their content over the last couple of years. They're working on 1,500 subscribers right now, and when we look at their videos, we see they just put out a Veterans Memorial video yesterday. I'll put that in my catch-up list so that I can get through that video later. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into shorts videos, we really get an idea of the variety on the channel. They could be doing almost anything, half indoors, half outdoors. Lots of history on this channel, but a chance to get to know the family as well. They've gotten into 5,000 views on these shorts, one of them over 15,000. Which is great to see. When we get into live streams, we see that they stream frequently as well. They've got another Veterans Day Parade stream from yesterday, which I think is a great idea. And then I hung out with them the other day. They were doing some interesting bowling in the house, which even when you say it, I think it has to make people laugh. But this family gives us a chance to really get to know them, hang out, and I've been with them either crafting or seen them when they're playing games, both indoors and outdoors. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to the Bud Files. When I say, they seem to be everywhere all the time, it's because I run into them constantly when I'm out trying to support creators myself, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, I've got you on the wheel. The Bullock Experience is here. Good to see you in the house. And thank you. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly or to drop a thumbs up. Or I know we've got a couple of friends that run the stream in the background as well, and I always appreciate all of that. So our Georgia Suburban Homestead will come up right now. The Bullock Experience, actually, I believe, has a membership right now with their gaming channel. So I'm going to put them on the wheel. And Marita's Yarn and Crafts, I didn't get you on the wheel yet, I don't think. I'm going to put you on there right now. Backlash Fisherman is there, of course. And let's see what our Georgia Suburban Homestead is doing right now. They got 977 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,000 they're going to be thinking about. Of course, it's a major milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. And we'd love to push each other along towards these milestones. Global Trend Trackers is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel, and then we'll talk about our Georgia Suburban Homestead's content. First thing I'm going to do, I just want to look at their About page for a second, because they say, join us as we grow our own food in a residential neighborhood. Yes, you can. They want to instill inspiration and motivation in us. Growing your own is a great form of civil disobedience. And therefore, I love that About section. So, our Georgia Suburban Homestead's got a few shorts here. These are starting to move. One over 1,200 views, which is great to see. Videos are posted frequently, so they even put out like 3 in the last day. I'm just going to grab the second latest one here. It's a few minutes longer than the first. Every minute matters when we're talking about watch time, of course. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see a little more variety here, but lots of creators are doing that, bringing pure variety into their shorts regardless of their niche or category. Some of these have gotten well beyond 5,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they've done many times. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up. Bucket List Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Jonathan Sturgill, good to have you in the house as well. Let's get you onto the wheel, and we'll spin right away. And we'll see what the next channel is that's coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Be Amazing Sylvia's coming up right now, and I actually had put her on the wheel twice today. That's great, because it makes up for all the times that I forgot to put her on the wheel when she first gets into the chat. For any of our members, they're supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as they get here. So if you ever wonder or are unsure and don't hear me call your name out specifically, then please give me a nudge or let our moderators know, and then we'll make sure we get you onto the wheel. Now, Be Amazing Sylvia has been a friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat. This friendship extends beyond 3 years now. Her channel is just exploding, and I'll show you why in a few minutes here. First of all, she brings pure variety. Be Amazing Sylvia is very knowledgeable in all things YouTube. She was inspirational in the creation of this channel, as a matter of fact. and continues to this day after 600 episodes of Superchat to come back and continue to meet new friends. When you visit her on her channel, she'll give you an invitation and encouragement to meet more friends and family members in a similar way to what we're doing here. Now, it's not that there's a right way or a wrong way to connect. We just keep doing the same formula because it's worked for us for 3.5 years. But Be Amazing Sylvia has been a part of that from the beginning. So you can see the variety on her channel. She could be indoors, outdoors, doing product reviews, unboxing videos, taking us on adventures or stories to be told. As well, we have live streams from this creator, and these can involve interviews. She could be indoors, outdoors, giving us an update, or giving everybody a chance to meet each other. She's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. You're going to see some magic here in the shorts where she's gotten into 255,000, 646,000, and 750,000 views on a few of these shorts. It's responsible for a huge growth spurt in this channel. She's now crossed 12,000 subscribers, and you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond, and she's long past that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Be Amazing Sylvia. She's got a second channel set up. She's done a bit of content here with her daughter. Sylvia's Daily Positivity is meant to inspire and encourage us, so hopefully everybody will join her here. She's got a bit of content on there already, like I said, lots with her daughter, and then a few shorts videos that they've put out here that have now gotten into 3,000 views and beyond. She's working on 300 subscribers over here, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the support that comes back from her. I'm sure that you will. She is one of our longest standing official members here in Superchat, and you know, she's been with us for well over 3 years, since the beginning, probably 3.5 years now. So, Santa Claus North Pole Canada is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And that is a second channel brought to us by another fellow Canadian. And we'll look at both of their channels when we get back from our break. We'll go for 3 minutes right now. And then Derpy Playground, yeah, I tried to improve the font size so that everybody could read it a little bit. I know it's tough on a phone, right? Slim Jim Longfoot, good to see you in the house. Justin Mello's Music and Vlogs is another creator who's been with us since the beginning. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody is still active, we should get around to everyone. So let's go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Santa Claus North Pole Canada. And in the meantime, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. All right, we're back and looking at a very special channel that comes to us from one of our Canadian friends. This is Santa Claus North Pole Canada, and this is a channel that comes out right after Veterans Day or Remembrance Day every year and gives us an opportunity to get messages to and from Santa Claus. So I think that this is a really cool idea and a channel that's been with us for a long time now. So 213 subscribers. We'd love to push this channel a little bit farther. We see that they've got a couple of shorts out there now. When we get over to the videos, we get an idea of what Santa Claus is going to bring for us here. So this channel is presented by a dear friend of ours, the Numismaniac, who is otherwise known as the Skipper on his channel. And I've caught him many times for live streams, and this creator is going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and precious metals and other types of things that fall into that category. He's got a lot of StreamYard panels, as a matter of fact, and I've been there many times to catch this creator with a lot of friends going through a lot of different things. The Numismaniac's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here for a long, long time. We see this creator's gotten into 1,500 views and beyond on their shorts videos as well. So they post frequently, as you can see, usually several times a month, and they're working on 900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. So thank you again, Santa Claus North Pole Canada and the Numismaniac, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. Of course, they've done that many times before, and I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures was asking about TubeBuddy in the chat, and one of the things I can tell everybody, so I happen to be a computer programmer, barely at the point of, let's say, intermediacy, if that makes sense. A little bit better than a beginner, but certainly not advanced. But one of the things that I understand about the YouTube API system, that's an application programming interface, that's the data that they put out so that third-party companies like vidIQ and TubeBuddy and others can use their data to make other types of third-party analytics. Or we have our chatbots like Nightbot and Streamlabs and Stream Elements and things like that. The data that YouTube sends is always not current. Always. And that can be as behind as 72 hours at times. Some of these third-party companies have to deal with the fact that if YouTube makes a change, they've got to hurry up and catch up. You can imagine they might get a little bit of notice. These big companies, you know, they've got all kinds of contacts that are friends and everything else. But when a change happens, you know, people don't know what it's really going to be like until it gets in the hands of millions of people. And then they work out the bugs and glitches and things like that. So there's not an answer that I've seen yet as to what could be going on with TubeBuddy, but I can tell you it's my #1 tool when it comes to researching names, titles, titles and tags. And then it can be used for inspiration with descriptions as well. If you write out a description and then use a tool like TubeBuddy to pop out some tags for you, you might find a way to rewrite your description with better keywords. And when you have keywords in the title, description, and tags, that can be real benefit to your video. So it's an idea, but I absolutely use it. We have an affiliate link that comes through the chat occasionally. It's always in our descriptions, and for anybody that is a TubeBuddy affiliate, which anybody can be, then it benefits them when you sign up through their affiliate link, ourselves included, of course. So, Judgment Day Mike Harper is up on the screen right now, and this creator's got 336 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're going to be thinking about. Judgment Day Mike Harper has recently entered the Tuber Chat family within the last month or so, but has been with us what I think is just about every single time we've been on. And this creator's already passed 1,000 views in their shorts videos, which is great to see. And then regular videos come out fairly frequently, usually a couple of times a week as a minimum. Live streams are something they've been doing frequently as well. They just did a couple yesterday, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. They've got some information on their About page to let us know what to expect. While we were out on break there, I put a couple of extra sections on the wheel. One of them says add a name. When that comes up, I'll pick somebody out of our chat list that hasn't already been on the wheel or the screen based on how actively engaged they've been in conversation. And I have one of the chatbots in the background keeping track of that. And then I've added this clear the wheel section that you'll notice our robots are mentioning as well. And that means that when that section comes up, which could be any time, we will wipe all the names off the wheel and I'll reload with whoever's in the chat at the time. That gives us a chance to get to a few more channels than we otherwise would have by the time we get through our 3-hour period, and we've still got 2 hours to go. So, Moon Boots, I should know that. Moon Boots is in the house. Good to see you in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. For anybody that's brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So my add a name section has come up. So I'm going to add a name from our chat list in a second. I'll show you how I keep track of that. It's the Bankroll is also in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel automatically as soon as they arrive in the chat. So I'm going to show you something a little bit different here. What we're going to do, and then I'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And then I'll add a name here from our list. So what I'm looking at right now is the background of Streamlabs. And this is a chatbot that has a ton of features. Of course, here at Superchat, we use Streamlabs desktop. So of course I have the Ultra subscription, so all the features are unlocked. But one of the things that this robot does, or chatbot does, is keep statistics similar to Botissimo, which is one that I've been going on about for years. It's my favorite one for statistics. It's the one I've been using to run the wheel all of this time. So I refreshed the list, and the usual suspects are up here at the top of the list. Scratch and PPA, of course, Fairbrick Studio, Canadian Family Life, Derpy Playground, the list goes on. When we go over to Botissimo's getting canceled, so they're going to be gone after the end of this month. I'm very upset about that. But, you know, life goes on. These companies change all the time. It was a paid service, so it's unfortunate. But hopefully one of the other chatbot companies will pick up some of their features. When we refresh the page over here with our CloudBot in Streamlabs, we see that they offer the same statistics. Not quite as detailed, but that's okay. It does the job that we need. And all I have to do is click on hours over here, and it tells us who's been in the chat the longest, and that is a great benefit because it's similar to what we've got from Botissimo. So just slightly different. Dusty Bottom Boys is there, as well as you know, Scratch and PPA is close to the top of the list, Kermagin, Alaska. So this robot is going to work strictly on time, whereas Botissimo was doing a bit of a combination with how many messages were sent as well, a little bit of a different system. So for now, we're going to keep using Botissimo, but after the end of the month, they'll be gone. And forgive me for those of you who wonder what on earth I'm even talking about. If you haven't used chatbots in your live streams or premieres yet, they can be a great benefit, especially taking a bit of pressure off your moderators. We don't necessarily need our moderators to remind everybody to follow us on Instagram all day, because the robots can take care of that very easily. Jeremy D-Day, good to see you in the house. He's been a friend of about 4 years now. He's been here since before Tuberchat was even a thought. Mom of triplets, good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Our instructions are always in our video description, so you can maximize your time here. And I Want to Know is in the house as well. That is a husband and wife combo between Get to the Farm and I Want to Know. And they very much help each other with their channels as well. So I'm just going to grab a name off the wheel, and Dusty Bottom Boys, who's here for the second time actually, is going to be added to the wheel right now. And then we'll continue with our regularly scheduled activities. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody. We're looking at Maritza's Yarn and Crafts right now. And yeah, robots taking jobs. Yes, as a matter of fact. Thank you, Dusty Bottom Boys. You bring up a point that I want to mention. And forgive me, I'm going to see if I can find something here to show everybody. And we're going to talk about AI just for a quick second, because I want to show you something from about 25 years ago that is going to be a bit, hopefully, of an eye-opener. But I had to chuckle when I saw it. I'll show you after we talk about Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. So this creator is somebody who's with us just about every single day. They've got some shorts on their channel. They're working on 400 subscribers now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. And they give us an idea. They like to crochet, sew, draw, paint, garden, and travel. They're going to share all of these things with us and more on their channel. We can see that they post frequently, so they've been added at least once a week. And then shorts videos will likely continue to grow as they post more and more, but they're already got one here getting close to 800 views. Excuse me, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. They're here, like I said, almost every single day. I know not everybody can be, so I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. Tips World Talks. I don't think I put you on the wheel yet, so I'll do that right now. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So I'm going to age myself here with a little bit of a story. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And I'm going to show you something. Now, I have recently realized that I've probably been through more books in my life than I originally thought. I listen to a lot of audiobooks and have throughout my adult life. I don't tend to pick up a paperback and read, but I love driving, and when I drive, that's usually what I choose to listen to more than anything else. We'll get the Bullock Experience ready to go. I'm going to show you Audible. This is a system that was bought by Jeff Bezos and the Amazon crew over there, right? An Amazon company. And this is where we have audiobooks. And I know I talk about this often. I promised at some point we will make videos, and I'll show everybody, let's say, my top 10 books that are truly life-changing. When you listen to what we're doing here, the way that I talk, the way that I describe generosity, some of it comes from life changes that happened for me as long as 25 years ago, starting to read a lot of these books. Now, I'm just going to search for one here that is not in my Audible account, but something that I read. I picked up a paperback and read this cover to cover 25 years ago or 30 years ago or whatever it was. It's called The Road Ahead by Bill Gates. And we won't get into a war today over whether Bill Gates is trying to kill us all or anything like that. But he is the creator of Microsoft, right? And that company, you know, I was lucky enough to have been a young lad when Windows and all that stuff was kind of just starting out. But I found this book very interesting. And I just wanted to show everybody something. This says that the release date is 2009, but that's just for this audiobook. The original book was written, I don't know if I was 16 or 18 years old. It was somewhere around 1990 or maybe a year or two before that. Now, this particular book, I just want to show you a summary that they have on the Audible page. This talks about, this book talks about today and the things that we're going through with cloud services and with computers and tablets and phones that can, be used as computers and things like that. So it talks about a few different things, and I don't want to necessarily recommend the book for anybody. It's very old, it's dated now, and things like that. But I wanted to show you one aspect because we talk about AI, and I know that the world is in complete disarray over this right now, worried that our jobs are all going to go away. This book was written around 1990. Forgive me. Okay, later than I thought. 1996, it says, right? So later than I thought, 1996. One of the things that they asked, will our jobs become obsolete? And as Windows started to take over, as the internet started to take over, which is really the basis of this book, people started to wonder if because of the internet, computers were going to take all of our jobs. So here we are 20 years later, 25 years later, whatever it is, and again, we're being asked the same question. And I bring another idea. I talk about this all the time as well. In 10th grade, I had a marketing class, probably the class that I learned more from or retained more from than any other class in my academic career, let's say. And one of the things they talked about was automatic teller machines, ATMs, right, in the banks. And the teacher was saying, these tellers, they don't know what they're doing because they're pushing us to use these computer things and all their jobs are going to be gone. This is the second time. That was probably the first time. First time I'd heard are all our jobs going to go away? Then when the internet came around, all our jobs are going to go away. And now that AI is here, again we're hearing, are all our jobs going to go away? But there's not. I would bet not. If you go and look online right now for professionals that say that they will show you how to use AI or they will enhance your business with AI, you can see that these people have made jobs out of AI, and that kind of thing is going to continue because we're always going to need people to control it. Same thing as, we might believe robots are going to come and take over the world and kill us all. I don't subscribe to that idea at all. I think we're just going to be fine. There will be disruptions in the world, and there will be jobs that will come up and jobs that will disappear that we can't predict today, but we won't know that for 5 or 10 years from now. So that's just an idea. So forgive me, I missed everything that everybody was saying in the chat while I was going on with my long speech there, but I just wanted to mention that. And then, I've listened to audiobooks, like I said, over and over again. So if I was to give you a list, I'd say most life-changing books for the Tuber Chat family, my recommendations would be How to Win Friends and Influence People, followed by Think and Grow Rich, and then possibly Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, The Automatic Millionaire, and then the list goes on. I've got about 10 that I've read 2 or 3 times each, and then I try to expand into other ones. I get set in my ways. I read the same thing 3 times instead of trying something new. Same goes with television shows and movies and everything. But when I find something that I really like, I get really into it. And then, look, a robot dishwasher, yes. And let's look at the Bullock experience. I need one more second here, and then we'll be right back. We'll talk about this channel. We'll start spinning the wheel again. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. By the way, CV Baseball Card Collector is here. Bucket List Homestead, not sure if I said hello earlier. And we've got the Bullock Experience. Mike Harper is the second channel from Judgment Day. Mike Harper. The Bullock Experience actually has a couple of channels. So this creator's been a long-time friend and an incredibly supportive channel. It's Fishing First. Over here, we get that idea, especially from their videos. We'll go to those first and have a look at the different things that they're bringing to us. And then when we look at shorts videos, we see that this creator's got a few that have gotten into thousands of views here, 2,800, 3,200. When we get into live streams, they've got a Wednesday night series that I have yet to catch, but I'm hoping that I will as my work days start to get a little bit shorter. They're doing these on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. We've actually been doing a few tuber chats. Last week, I think we were on again at 9 o'clock, so I would have been setting up while they were going. But we'll see, and hopefully I'll be able to catch the Bullock experience when the winter truly gets here, when we start to get into December and particularly January, February, March. I should be able to mix up the days and times even more. We'll do a lot more weekday daytime streams than we have been able to for the last 8 months or so, and continue on the weekends and this and that. And the Bullock experience as well. Like I said, these live streams, sometimes they'll take us out fishing. We've joined them for that actually before, and then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Gaming experience with Kelly is a video gaming channel. We might have to use our filters to let YouTube know we're looking for a channel. And then when we look at this, we see a few shorts videos already getting into 500 views and beyond. Videos are here with more variety in video gameplay. Sometimes you find gaming channels where it's like 1 or 2 games, and then sometimes you find a few like this that are bringing us all kinds of different games until they discover what's really going to work for them, right? So Gaming Experience with Kelly is at 43 subscribers right now, and that's the Bullock Experience with a gaming channel. We'll keep an eye on their channel and see what more they're going to bring to us. The Clear the Wheel section is coming up right now. So what that means is that I'm going to go for another 3.5 minutes now. We're going to wipe out all the names that are on the wheel and reload with anybody that's here right now. If I've missed anything in the chat, by the way, that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat, connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Norwegian Homestead will be next. I am Betty J. Gathers. I'm not sure if she was in the chat. The How To Lady is here. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just say so in the chat. Here we go. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we are back and about to look at Norwegian Homestead. I cleared the wheel and reloaded with all of the members that are still here. If there's any members listening or watching that may not be on the wheel, just be active in the chat, please, by saying anything at all, and we'll get you on there. What that does is gives us an opportunity to get to more channels a little bit faster. We've only been on an hour now, so we can stay up to another 2 hours if everybody would like. That gives us lots of chance to put lots of channels on the wheel. Vase Place, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Norwegian Homestead, let's see what they've got going on their channel for today. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've got 128 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab their firewood video here. They just put this out this morning. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And Marketplace Boutique, I'm just getting you back onto the wheel. Jonathan Sturgill is going to be added as well. That clear the wheel section just has me wipe all the names off the wheel, and then I reload with anybody who's still here. Virtual Shopkeeper Dee Dee will be re-added as well. Follow the Bradley's Fun, of course, is already still on there. So we still got quite a few names. I got 16 names on the wheel still, and that will fluctuate as the stream goes on. But like I said, we've got a couple of hours. That's lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen and the wheel. So Norwegian Homestead as well. Let's have a look at their shorts. They've started with these and already gotten into 400 views and beyond, which is great to see, with just 3 of them. So hopefully they'll continue with those. And let's see what they've got going on here. They left the city life this year and moved to their new homestead. So this is a brand new concept for a channel, as a matter of fact. And we've got a lot of homesteading friends, so I'll look forward to getting to know them a bit better. Pardon me. Black Girl's getting their shift together. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's the Bankroll might not be on the wheel right now, but let's get them on there. We saw one financial channel already. We'll see if we're going to have a look at It's the Bankroll soon enough, I'm sure. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So let's spin. Let's get another channel up on the screen. We'll move a little bit faster now. We always start to move a little bit faster as the stream goes on. And it looks like Marketplace Boutique is going to come up next. Now, this creator might have actually inspired me to start doing a little more activity on eBay again, because I already do a tiny sliver of eBay. So some of you know that my full-time gig, my full-time job actually includes working outdoors 3 days a week. When the weather is good, and then otherwise the rest of my job, the other half or more, is spent doing either YouTube or other social media or online work, including eBay, Kijiji, Amazon and Craigslist and things like that. Now, Marketplace Boutique is going to talk to us about the ins and outs of things like eBay. More importantly, the idea of how to find the right things to buy and sell. The idea is, of course, we want to try to find something that we can buy low and sell high. And you can still do that without like trying to gouge people, for instance, right? One of the things that we happen to do is we'll buy things from an auction. You've seen, almost everybody here will have seen TV shows and things like that, like Storage Wars and stuff like that, where you can go to a unit where somebody, you know, is losing their storage unit, and then you can buy it out, take all that stuff and turn it around and sell it. That's an example. Many people have seen like things like Amazon returns and stuff. Those deals can be made usually if you're a bigger company, but you can. And it's possible to find things all the time. Gary Vaynerchuk is somebody that I also follow, not religiously, but you know, I watch some of his stuff. And one of the things he talks about is the idea that in the Craigslist or Kijiji systems, you can go through, they have free sections, you can find things that people want to get rid of for free, and you could turn around and sell them. Why not, right? Furniture is a big idea, although shipping furniture on eBay can be not the best idea in the world, but either way, you know what I mean. Or you can find things at garage sales, rummage sales, antique sales, and things like this. Now, like I said, Marketplace Boutique is going to give you the ins and outs of that. I do a tiny sliver of that, but I actually went and bought another thing from an auction the other day, which I hope to unbox, make a video, and then put on eBay and all that stuff. So Marketplace Boutique is going to talk to us about these things. I've taken their latest video. I put that in my catch-up list. That's just so I can stay caught up with them. I might have to replay this video. I don't know why my red line is not there. And then shorts videos on this channel have got a little bit of variety, but they've started to move into 2,400, 2,800 views, 8,000 views as well. And when we look at their About page, they let us know they've been running an e-commerce business since 1998 after working a job in law and looking for something that would allow them to spend more time at home. So you get an idea of the motivation behind the channel. And then, like I said, they're going to give us the ins and outs in buying and selling, because things like eBay, Kijiji, Letgo, Craigslist, and all that can be a great side stream of income, if you want to call it that. eBay has changed over the years, and I'm in Canada, so it could be different in different countries, but they literally, like, when you buy something and sell it, they drop the money right into your bank account. So of course you got to pay your shipping and stuff like that. You got to pay for the product, but if it's done right, you can profit from some of this stuff. And then they shipped a massive bird chair to Canada, says Marketplace Boutique. Canada just gets destroyed when it comes to shipping. There's a few things in the world, like cell phone plans, taxes on flights, and shipping. I don't know why it is. We seem to be the most expensive in the world. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yes. So what we'll do, I'll put Scratch and PPA up next. He won't mind bumping his spot, of course. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. We'll look at Scratch and PPA right after Grow Big TV. That's actually Garden State Gardener with a second channel now. We recognize Joe, of course, and he just dropped a super chat. He's done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. And then thank you, Scratch and PPA. So we'll put Scratch and PPA's channel up in a moment here. And Grow Big TV is a brand new concept from Garden State Gardener, who's a longtime friend. And there we go. Courtney Wide, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Joe Kozlowski will be having live shows on Tuesday and Thursday. So they also do a cooking premiere. And then they've got some interviews coming up. Everybody here in the Tuber Chat family, if you don't already know, you will very soon, know that Garden State Gardener has an action-packed show, especially in his Sunday Fun Day series of live streams. So we're excited to help him with this new channel, get it moving. He's already got 159 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 200 that he's going to be thinking about. And I'll show you his original channel as well. I always talk about this channel in almost every stream because they've got one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. He rivals those of Scratch and PPA, Hill the DCVS, Speaks Royally, and the Stock Explorer. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know Gloria's Platter has just come in. Miss Canadian Scrapper is here, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And Great Lakes Adventures is here as well. So Garden State Gardener is going to bring us a lot of gardening tips, tricks. He brings seed swaps as well as his action-packed Sunday Fun Day live stream. You can get involved, and you see he uses a similar wheel to what we use here. It's actually the same wheel, but look at how full that gets. And he does a ton of giveaways on his channel. He's now past 15,000 subscribers. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertain and inspire by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. He's way past that, obviously. When we get into shorts videos, this brings a lot more variety, but Joe is also known for doing more shout-out videos for other creators than probably anybody I've seen in my 6.5 years on YouTube. Recently, the Stock Explorer and I were together on this channel, and then I was back with Joe and Rebel Canners a few weeks ago for another follow-up interview, which was kind of cool. We just talked YouTube for about an hour, but I hope everybody will go and search that out. Both of those were a lot of fun, and Garden State Gardener is a very much loved influencer in the Tuber Chat family. So thank you again, Joe, for the super chat. Forgive me for missing that for a second there. Thank you to Scratch and PPA. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, maybe even more, and Scratch and PPA seems to somehow be able to catch them all. And then when we look at Scratch and PPA, we see one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. Now, he's got a very interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, which is a really huge genre and category on YouTube. I was kind of surprised when I first found lottery ticket scratching here in the Tuber Chat family. Now, Scratch and PPA actually put a lot of thought into what he was going to do before he did it. We knew him as PA 3 years ago before starting to produce his videos. But what he does now, and for the last 3 years, has close to 3 years, has pitted two lottery tickets against each other and given us an opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Presentation's always been at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails, which give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series as well. And then his banner is updated every single week, and we can imagine what kind of work that takes also. Now, Scratch and PPA has his premieres that come out every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And when you catch one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. And like I'd said before, he rivals those of Garden State Gardener or the Stock Explorer or VX Speaks Royally or a couple other creators that have some really vibrant live streams. Pardon me. So, hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. And I'll show you some expanded content on the channel. A couple of months ago, he took a vacation and went to Italy. And he brought us his first ever live stream, which brought us different content on the channel as well. He's got some shorts here, and there's quite a few now, as you can see. So I know a lot of people are very excited to see new content and a more diverse collection from Scratch and PPA. He brings us Italian scratch lottery tickets in between a lot of vlogging content and gives us a look around his area and the things he did while he was on vacation, which is really, really cool. So he's past 1,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him towards the 1,900 he's thinking about. And again, he's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, but happens to be one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. Now, every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, if that's what you would like. And there's VS Speaks Royally right now. Her ears must have been ringing. And we'll get them onto the wheel right now. Big Valley Living is up on the screen, and this creator is now over 4,000 subscribers. Now, this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I'm going to just have a look at their About page for a quick second. They started their channel in the spring of 21 with the intention of sharing family recipes with their extended family and community of friends. It's interesting. That's a similar story to how Canadian Family Life got their start. Lots of channels are started so that the creators can share memories with the extended family right? Which is a really cool idea. And then in the case of Canadian Family Life, they said the channel just moved farther and faster than they expected, and now they run with it, right? So lots of different stuff that they've got listed in their About section there to give us an idea of what to expect. I'm just going to grab the latest video and put this into my catch-up list. That is a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They've got some shorts on the channel here, and these have moved already into 2,100, 2,200 views. And then, of course, live streams. And these creators seem to be bringing these out frequently. It's been a month, but we'll see if they're going to keep these up. We've got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody, and in the spirit of catching as much content from each other as we can as well. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Follow the Bradley's Fun is coming up right now. They're going to bring us some more travel. And again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I switched chairs again today, and my green screen is an extra half foot behind me here, so it's wobbling around. By the way, if anybody hasn't already seen this, this is a portable green screen, and as you can see, it's been used over 600 times, and Kristen got this for me. It was a gift from several years ago, and I love the thing. So on my personal channel, I did a review, and you can check that out if you want to, but this thing continues to be in perfect shape after all this time. So, Follow the Bradley's Fun is heading to Disney World in a few for some more new content. They're working on 4,000 subscribers as well. They're officially on the road. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. Since they've passed 3,900, we know that 4,000 is going to be the official road they're on right now, if that makes sense. So when we look at this channel, they let us know that they're bringing family vlogs, live streams, essays, Disney, Universal travel, and other news. When we get into their videos, I see I'm somewhat caught up, but I'm going to grab something from their front page today, a Disney vlog video, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It'll give me another piece of content to watch. When we get into shorts videos, some of these have really done well, getting into 17,000, 23,000 views, one over 152,000 views, and it continues to grow. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've got one coming up towards the end of the month. They bring these out occasionally. So hopefully everybody will connect with Follow the Bradley's Fun. They've been making daily appearances here in Tuber Chat lately, and I always appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day, and especially not for hours at a time every time we stream, but I do appreciate every moment. Now, Just Jason Keto and more is coming up while I get his channel ready. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Even with the smog down here, you can see the screen. Yes, I happen. Actually, today I'm in Niagara, and it's much clearer and less of that in Niagara than there is around Toronto, where I am often for a few days of the week usually. And Just Jason Keto and more is up on the screen right now. Now, this is a creator that wants to motivate and inspire us, especially when it comes to the idea of healthy eating and healthy living. There is no finish line to the journey of health, says Just Jason Keto and more. He's refreshed his channel several times with motivating banners and an avatar to match. Now, this creator brings us a lot of recipes on their channel. When I hear the word recipe myself, because I'm not somebody who's extremely talented in the kitchen, you know, my eyes glaze over because I think that cooking can be a chore. If you're not somebody who enjoys it, I think it can feel that way. But sometimes you find recipes that only include a couple of ingredients, and most people will understand, of course, once you've got it, you've got it. Once you buy yourself a bag of sugar, it's in the cupboard. And forgive me, just chasing keto, I'm talking about a keto based diet and lifestyle here on this channel, and talking about sugar at the same time. But for the different baking supplies and things, flour might be a better idea. I'm not sure about that, but you know what I mean. And in the case of Just Jason Keto and More, a lot of the recipes that he brings us are very simple and quick and easy to make. And what I mean is there's few ingredients. He does a great job of being thorough, showing us what we can do. And this gives us great alternatives to some of the things that otherwise would be out there. He also helps us understand, though, the ingredient lists that are involved in some of the keto marketed products that we might find in a grocery store. Rambling with the Brooms. Hopefully we can catch up when you're here in January then. My days are much more open when it gets to the winter months. So that'll be great. Rambling with the Brooms comes closer to our nation's capital, closer to Ottawa, but he's only about 4 or 6 hours away from me, so I missed a couple of opportunities to meet up with him before, which I absolutely regret, and hopefully that we'll be able to make that up when you're here. So Just Jason Keto and More as well has got guests that come on his channel, and these influencers bring their life experience and tips, tricks, tutorials, trials, tribulations, trials, however we say these things, that give us an idea about some of the things we might also face and be able to then overcome when it comes to the idea of sticking to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. There's lots of different reasons why people start these things. It's not always just simply somebody like myself who says, wow, I could use losing a little bit of weight, why don't I try keto? That's common and a very simple idea, but there's lots of other motivations that cause people to get into this healthy lifestyle. And in most cases now, when I see almost anything at all, especially on YouTube, I'm seeing a lot of recommendations for the keto style of diet, regardless of, let's say, medical conditions and things like that, because it's known to be so healthy and helpful. So Just Jason Keto and More, like I said, has these guests, but they sometimes join him for live streams as well. He's live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. We'll expect to see that again this week. And then he's got some shorts that have done really well. And there's a hint here, because some of these healthy looking shorts have done really well, getting into thousands of views, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and one over 22,000 views, which I've seen. So hopefully you'll check that out as well. So that's Just Jason Keto and More, another dear friend and somebody who has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding the Tuber Chat family. Izzy's in the house. I've got them on the wheel. I'm going to spin right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, and I should be able to catch it. Global Trend Trackers is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel as well. And we still have got an hour and a half that we can stay up to if everybody would like. Lots of opportunity to put lots of channels on the screen. So Global Trend Trackers is working on 1,400 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. These creators have got monetization set up. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into their videos, we're going to look at some polarizing content, which likely will bring vibrant conversation. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that these have started to move into well over 4,000 views, on the way to 5,000, and one of them at almost 9,000 views. Live streams are something they might pick up in the future, and they've got quite a bit of information on their About page as well to bring us insightful analysis, breaking stories, and in-depth coverage of some of the most significant trends shaping our world today. So hopefully everybody will connect with Global Trend Trackers, and I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. 25,000 step count. Whew. Glorious Platter, my dear goodness, you're catching up to Michael's Adventures there. Michael's Adventures does an average of 20,000 steps a day. I have to struggle to get to 10,000. Only on a very intense outdoor work day do I ever get to 10,000. It's a true struggle for real. Fairbrick Studio is up on the screen right now, and they have actually had impact on myself. I'm going to show you something. I noticed on their channel a while back that they play this game called Lego Tower. And this is a game that I play. I've been playing it on my tablet all week now because of them. And they've been helping me out, actually. In this video game, you can send each other stuff. And I've made this tower of little Lego guys. And this is a game I was playing on my phone for years, actually. And many years ago, it's one of the most popular and well-known mobile games of all time. But Lego now, they have a licensed version of it. And I kind of got excited when I saw, like, oh, wow, there's a Lego one. So I started to play. But they've been helping out with that, as a matter of fact. And that's just one aspect of what they do. They do stop motion videos with Lego on their channel, as well as a lot of video gameplay. So there's a bit of variety here. They will be willing to swap playlists, of course, for the purpose of gaining watch hours. So if anybody would like to do that, just please simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that these have started to move some of these into 7,000 views and beyond, one over 15,000. And then live streams are something they might do in the future. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio. And like I said, they'll be happy to swap playlists with other creators as well. But they came into the Tuber Chat family just about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer now. They've been here just about every single day, but already have had impact on myself, and I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. Nobody Should Be Forgotten is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And they've been here with us frequently as well. This is a one-of-a-kind. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Nobody Should Be Forgotten is doing something really interesting. They volunteer at different cemeteries so that they can help to restore some of the headstones and other things that are around. They enjoy learning about those who have passed before us and use their powers for good in the idea of helping, and you can imagine that would be appreciated by a lot of people that would come by to learn the same things. Some of these shorts have done really well, 6,000, almost 7,000 views, one over 77,000. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they did one a couple of weeks ago. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up. They've got, we've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much content as we can from each other as well. So we're spinning the wheel. Jonathan Sturgill is going to be the next channel that we look at. What we're going to do right now is go on break for about 3.5 minutes. We'll come back. We're only halfway through Tuber Chat for today. We can stay up to an hour, another hour and a half if everybody would like. That's lots of opportunity to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen. And after a little while longer, probably a half an hour, I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So we'll see you again in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Jonathan Sturgill. So this is another channel that recently came into the Superchat family several weeks ago. They've already got 5,000 subscribers, but this is a creator who's going to bring us a lot of music as well as musical instrument and equipment reviews. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've, like I said, been here just about every single day since finding us. And let's see what they've got in their videos for variety. There's lots here, including some top 10 ideas, which is great. And I was mentioning that yesterday, I think, in the stream. This is cool. Audacity is an idea. If anybody hasn't already seen Audacity, that's a program that's free for Mac and Windows that will allow you to enhance the audio in your videos. And a lot of times you'll hear some of the biggest YouTubers talk about the idea that half a video is audio. People will turn it off if the audio is not great. Even I've been guilty for years of not making the audio as great as I can. Now, I always produce the videos, and I always pump up the audio a little bit so that it's louder, but eventually when you start to get into the idea of understanding how to, let's say, speak into a microphone, or eventually when you start to get into better microphones and things, they don't have to be expensive. Just closer to you, right? Lavaliers can be a great idea. They make the audio so much better. You can imagine I've got a microphone that's only about 2 feet away from me right now, but when it's only a few inches away, like hooked to your lapel or to your collar, that would possibly be a bit better, regardless of the quality of the mic. So that's an idea. The Gambler After Dark is in the house. They happen to be a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. If I missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Izzy is coming up right now. And this is another channel with a very short and popular name that can be tough to find. The one that comes up first is not the one we're looking for in my search results. Your search results might be different than mine because a lot of it is based on geographics, and YouTube is always trying to predict what exactly we might be looking for. So Izzy Pops is the handle for that channel if you need to find them. Otherwise, we just match the avatar, but they've got a really elaborate looking avatar there. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got 1,400 subscribers right now, and they let us know that their channel is expected to be pure variety. When we get into their videos, we get an idea of some of the music and animation that they've been bringing to us lately, and then when we get into shorts videos, we get a better look at some of the variety they're going to bring. 1,300, 1,600 views on a couple of these, one over 12,000, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they've been doing frequently as well. That will really help with watch hours, even though they're already monetized. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a quick second. Their banners, incredible. That's really colorful and beautiful and everything else. So very eye-catching. Natalie Nicole's ASMR is coming up right now. ASMR, of course, is a huge category and niche on YouTube. Natalie Nicole has been a long time friend. They bring a small bit more variety, but they post almost every single day, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to grab their featured video here. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list for today. Some of their videos are an hour or two long, and then ASMR, they mix up the audio and visuals for us. You can see that they post frequently, at least every couple of days, and then shorts on the channel have started to move into 2,800 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's brought a few of these as well. They're occasional, so we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue with those. Natalie Nicole's ASMR is now working on 500 subscribers, so she has to be excited about that newer idea of getting into the partner program with 500 subscribers, where it used to be 1,000 that we had to wait for. So, Kermagin Alaska is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. They've got an interesting and unique homesteading channel. And then I see that Chief, the BC Gaming Dispatcher, is coming in. I mentioned earlier today, I think it was today or yesterday, about the idea of the social networks like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then of course there's Pinterest and TikTok and Snapchat and all the other stuff that's out there now, right? But using the outside social networks to promote your YouTube channel and videos for free can be a great way to bring in more traffic from outside. And Chief, the BC Gaming Dispatcher, originally came to us through an Instagram post, and now comes into the Tuber Chat streams frequently, which is great to see. Curbage in Alaska has got 610 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 they're going to be thinking about. Sarah Robin Zeus, our remote off-grid homestead and soon-to-be Airbnb, 13 miles north of the frontier town of Talkeetna, Alaska. And then they give an idea about what we can expect on the channel. They've got some shorts front and center here, so we'll look at these. We see that these have gotten into 1,400 and even 1,700 views. A lot of that famous, I want to say Canadian weather, but it's not. It's American weather in the case of Alaska. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're going to be live on Monday. So tomorrow, 8 p.m., I hope to be able to catch that. We might do a stream tomorrow, but I'm not certain right this second. I've got to see how my personal schedule goes, if we can get one in. And then videos on the channel bring a lot of variety as well. We have a vibrant and growing homesteading community we have for about 2 years now in our Tuber Chat family. No fear, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Don Ray B is here. I'm going to add them on the wheel in a second. Virtual Shopkeeper Dee Dee is coming up right now, and they've got an interesting type of channel. We've got a couple of these in the Tuber Chat family now, but they bring us a live auction style sale during their live streams, which is really cool to see, and that can be a lot of fun as well. I'm just going to put my notification on for the stream that they've got coming up tomorrow. And that'll be a midday one, actually. For me, I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course. When we get into their videos, these are made to promote what they're doing with the live streams. They've got shorts on the channel as well, and these bring a lot of variety, and we've talked about this many times, but lots of creators, regardless of niche or category, are bringing a lot of variety into their shorts. They got 1,500, 2,600 views on a couple of these, one over 7,100, which is great to see. And then the live streams, like I said, feature an auction style sale. Sometimes they've got StreamYard panelists helping them out, and then it can be a really lively idea and a lot of fun. You can bid on things and buy things right from the live stream. 532 subscribers. We'd love to push Virtual Shopkeeper Dee Dee towards the 600 that we know they must be thinking about. Let's spin the wheel. And we'll get Via Speaks Royally up onto the screen right now. So one of the things I talk about here in Tuber Chat frequently is the idea that vibrant conversation and really engaging in true conversation and other people's premieres and live streams, live chats is a great service to anyone at all. I certainly appreciate it here. Thank you, Ms. CC. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. I'm going to start adding names onto our wheel from our chat list very soon, probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Via Speaks Royally's got well over 5,000 subscribers now. They're going to be working on 5,400. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. They've long passed that. But when I talk about the idea of engaged conversation, so Via Speaks Royally is very well known as a creator that's out supporting others and always engaging conversation, including here in Tuber Chat. When you get to their channel, especially for their live streams, you're going to find a perfect example of vibrant, engaged conversation, and they do a great job of leading that conversation by staying well-versed and up-to-date on their main subject, which is the royal family. We all know that there's always a lot going on with the royal family, but Via Speaks Royally's been doing this for years now and is able to cover all of that And that's where you get that perfect example of the engaged conversation that I like to talk about here. Some of their shorts bring a lot of variety. They've gotten into almost 8,000 views here, 12,000 on one of them. And then videos bring a little bit more variety sprinkled in between the features, which include the royal family. So hopefully everybody will connect with VS Speaks Royally. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Derpy Playground just gifted a membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and I know that Jeremy D-Day will be happy to have received that gifted membership. And if they're still in the chat, I'll put them on the wheel right away. We'll look at Derpy Playground right away because of that extra generous contribution. And we see that this creator is now working on 2,700 subscribers, which is great to see. Derpy Playground is a junior high student that is bringing us a lot of variety, including the Titanic, cardboard boats, gaming skits, and much more. And they're posting frequently, actually. You can see that they've been posting a couple of times a week. They've got some shorts here as well, and these have gotten into 4,000 views, 8,000 views, one of them over 44,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams are an idea they might pick up in the future. But again, thank you, Derpy Playground, for that extra generous support. And Jeremy D-Day, I'm sure, will be excited to have that gifted membership. We've seen that kind of thing many times before. And then Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher, yes, what I'll ask you for is when I put your channel on the screen, if you don't mind coming in with the second channel, and I'll get it on. One of the things I recommend to creators, and forgive me for just a second for the self-promotion, but I'm going to go over to our Tuber Chat front page. We have a second channel that features all of the same music that you hear in the background, and that's copyright-free music. We own it all. Everybody can use that in their videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that. But what we do is feature that second channel at the bottom of our front page so that everybody can find it very easily. So if you have more than one channel, an idea might be to add a featured section to your front page that displays the second channel so that when people are looking for it, they can find it easy. Or when your channel's up on the screen here in Tuber Chat, I can get to it easy. We got a few people that do that. Feathered Friends Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. Derpy Playground, thank you again for that extra generosity that they've done that kind of thing before. And next up is going to be It's the Bankroll. This is another channel that's going to help us with our finances. And I mentioned earlier in today's stream the idea that I'm excited to have some financial channels in the Tuber Chat family. We've got a good handful now. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is for two reasons. One of the biggest case is because I don't feel that there's enough financial information that's forced on all of us in our school systems and things like that. We're left to our parents and our friends and other influencers to try to help us make sense of how to deal with finances, because there's a lot to it, right? But the other reason is because 99% of us here in the Tuber Chat family have monetization on our minds. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we can maximize the impact of that monetization and revenue when it starts to come in? It's the Bankroll is going to help us with that. They talk about debt reduction. They talk about cash stuffing challenges. They give us an idea of how they track all of their income and expenses with apps and a tablet and things like that. They also show us how we can make money with some of the apps that are out there, which can lead to extra streams of income, which is a great idea as well. So I hope everybody will check those videos out. It's the Bankroll as well has got some shorts videos, and these have gotten into now 5,000 and well beyond 6,000 on the way to 7,000 views. They happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And that's true. Yes, get to the farm. It could jumpstart somebody's memory about your second channel. I try to remember to put 2 channels up if we have a creator that's got more than one. I'm thinking about scaling that back. But for the meantime, I've always done that where I can. Some of the creators we have in the chat have 3 or 4 channels, but I've started to scale back to only showing 1 or 2 at a time. But yeah, it can be helpful because somebody like me is going to remember when I look at the page and then say, okay, I know where this channel is. Get to the farm and I want to know is a husband and wife combo that have 2 channels. We always put them up together when we talk about them. That's an example. So hopefully everybody will connect with It's D Bankroll. Check out what those cash stuffing challenges are if you haven't seen it. They're going to show you how to track expenses. They're going to show you how to keep track of your income when you start making these extra streams of income, and they will inspire you to start doing those as well. Actually, let me, before I get to the Gambler After Dark, I'm just going to put that video in a different playlist for myself so I can go back and watch it, because I must have run that one and not watched that one. They did one a couple of weeks ago, Earning Money with Apps, but I just want to see the second one in case they've got anything different in there. I'm always curious to see how those things work. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, liked and shared, and thank you for those. I'm going to get to adding some names onto the wheel from our chat list right this minute, as a matter of fact. So let me get that done, and we'll talk about the Gambler After Dark. This is a creator that's out there supporting others. They've been a friend to us here in the Tuber Chat family for a long time. Bucket List Homestead. Let's see if they're still with us. And Bucket List Homestead, just let me know if you're still here. Justin Mello might still be with us. Maybe. Gloria's Platter's just about to head out, but I am going to put them on the wheel right now. And pardon me, let me just see who else we've got in the chat that's still with us right now. The How To Lady, Get to the Farm, I'm going to put on right now. And the How To Lady I'll put on, and then we'll add some more names to our wheel as we need them. There's Bucket List Homestead, so thank you for that. My copy and paste doesn't work as well as I wish it would, especially when we're, when you look at your participant list in the chat, pardon me, the Gambler After Dark, but when you look at your chat list, right, and you go over here to the participant list, you can see that there are people coming in and out as people type. So Bucket List Homestead is there, the How To Lady's there, but as it changes, it's hard to copy and paste. You'll have to like try it to see what on earth I'm talking about. But I got these done. The How To Lady, and I said Bucket List Homestead. Chris's Clever Craft is also here. And they happen to be a member, so I'll put them on the wheel right away. And then as we need more names, I'll add them also. Kat Lynn and Chris's Clever Craft will be added right now. Kat Lynn brings oracle readings. Chris's Clever Craft is one of our longest standing members and brings pure variety on a homesteading style of channel. I say homesteading, I group a lot of channels into that category, even when we talk about farming, ranching, fishing, gardening, almost anybody that brings a lot of outdoor content, because they often share knowledge and resources with each other. Now, the Gambler After Dark is somebody that's out there supporting other creators. They've been with us a long time. Their channel's growing rapidly, of course. I'm just going to take their featured video here. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get through that video. When you watch a video that's in somebody's featured position here, the next time you go to the channel, that video will have not disappeared, but faded into the background, if we want to put it that way. Shorts on the channel bring a lot of lottery ticket scratching and other games. Pardon me, and we see that these have gotten into 10,000, 11,000, even 12,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams and premieres are something that they do. So premieres, they've got one coming up tomorrow, or today at 8 o'clock. So in about 8 hours from now, they've got a premiere. We know there's going to be fresh content on this channel. Live streams are something they do frequently as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to the Gambler After Dark. We've talked about it before, but lottery ticket scratching is a huge category and genre, even here in the Tuber Chat family, actually. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We can stay up to another hour if everybody would like. And Chris's Clever Craft is going to come up right now. And when we get back down to 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I'll add some more from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So Chris's Clever Craft is a creator who brings fun everywhere that they go. And they've been a dear friend to Tuber Chat for a very long time. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. One of our longest standing members. You can see by their badge color there. And they're working on 600 subscribers right now. Their videos include a lot of variety where they bring us around their interesting property, and a few other properties actually, but they engage in a lot of homesteading activities, but they bring us a lot of do-it-yourself videos. Those can be indoors or outdoors. They also get into unboxings, product reviews, and a chance to get to know Chris behind the channel. When we get into shorts videos, some of these have done really well. 1,600, 3,200, one over 10,000 views. When we get into live streams, we see that this creator's brought a few of those, and we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue those into the future. They've done series of live streams before. When we get into Kaiser Gaming YT, this is a second channel from this creator, also working on 600 subscribers, where they're bringing video gameplay, and they tend to bring more than one game per day, or more than one video per day. I'm just going to put the latest one in my catch-up list. We see that they've got shorts here on this channel as well, and these have started to get into 4,000, 5,000, and on the way to 6,000 views. Live streams are something they've done a couple of times, but we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue those. We always keep notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, and in the spirit of catching as much content from each other as we can as well. So spin the wheel, MT Homestead. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And It's D Bankroll's going to do some lottery ticket scratching in the new year. The How-To Lady is coming up right now. She's been a dear friend for a long, long time. This is Dee. She's also got a couple of channels. She always has energetic and positive things to say here in the Tuber Chat family. But she also wants to motivate us. She's done a lot of fitness videos, but she also does some decorating and brings more variety. When we look at her videos, she's picked a color scheme and a look for her thumbnails that will make her recognizable. You'll get a better idea when I put her second channel up and see how she's carried that look over to the second channel. She's got 753 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 800 she's thinking about. And lately, she's doing some organizing videos, it looks like, more than anything else. Storage, decluttering, and organizing. Shorts on the channel she started with as well. One of these is well over 1,100 views, which is great to see. When we get to her second channel, we see Workout with D, and this is where this creator wants to help us lose some weight, get a little bit healthier. I'm going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with her or get caught up with her. And a similar look to her thumbnails and presentation on this channel. And 70 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 80 that she's thinking about on her way to the first 100. So the How-To Lady and Working Out with D is a longtime friend and somebody who is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and always brings positivity and excitement here in the Tuber Chat family. Don Ray B, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. MT Homestead, thank you for the membership, by the way. We're going to put your channel up next because Don Ray B just dropped that super chat for you. Otherwise, you'll be added onto the wheel every day that you're here as soon as we see you in the chat as a member. Scratch Masters in the house. GJ Journeys, good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I just spun, so Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher is coming up right now. I'll see what they've got going on. They might have sent me a message on Instagram just letting me know they've got a football event coming up. And then Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher, if you don't mind dropping your second channel, or if you can, even put it in one of these featured sections here, and I'll be able to get to it. Some creators who have a lot of featured channels just put it at the beginning so that we can catch it right away, but I'll have a look through your links and stuff, see if I can find it. Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher originally came to us from an Instagram post, and that's an example of how the outside social networks can help you bring in traffic to your videos and your channels. There's Journey with BC and Interview, so I'll put that channel up in another moment. We'll have a look at both of these. This creator's doing well with shorts, getting into 1,300, 2,500 views. They've got some live streams on the channel set up. I've got notifications on for all of these. They've got one coming up this afternoon in about 4 hours. Hopefully I'll catch that one. And then I see they've got a couple new videos as well, bringing some video gameplay. So I've got that in my catch-up list as well. We'll look at their second channel, which is Journey with BC and Interviews. I'm going to try to remember the name of this channel so that when you're here, I can put them both up like this. 647 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. They've got some shorts on the channel that have started to move into almost 800 views there, getting well past 700. Live streams are on the channel as well. They got some StreamYard panels, which is cool to see. And I see they've just got a few videos, but we'll keep an eye on the channel, see what more they're going to post very soon. So, let us see what MT Homestead has got going on. I feel like I've seen that channel before, probably out supporting other creators many times. But thank you, Don Ray B, for the super chat. Thank you, MT Homestead, for the membership. I really do appreciate that. And like I said, from now on, you'll be added onto the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat any day that you're here. Don Ray B took over our stream boss position. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of that stream boss under our camera there, and the last person to take over gets some extra exposure, as we can see. So MT Homestead has 5,200 subscribers already, and that is Mike and Terry. So I think were they not just on a stream from last night? I think they might have come over because I saw them with a few people last night. I could be wrong if it was yesterday or not. There was a StreamYard panel I'm thinking of, and I can't remember who was hosting it. Chillin' with the Gillums, is that right? Was one of the panelists, and a lot of familiar faces. I think Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead was there. Scott, Rambling with the Brooms, was there. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos and put this into a special playlist called Watch Later. That's a playlist that we all have. It's a private playlist, but it can be used to keep caught up with creators. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm doing is taking that video, putting it in that playlist, and after the live stream today, I'll go through my Watch Later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a day, or a week, pardon me, sometimes 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So I must have been mistaken. Maybe I didn't see them yesterday. I thought I saw them before. And then thank you very much. They're going to do a live stream shortly after Tuber Chat. We should be done around 1 p.m. or a little bit earlier. And then they'll be on at 2 p.m. Central. So they'll be a little bit longer than I'm thinking, but we know that they're going to do a live stream today. So there it is. It actually comes up 3 p.m. my time. I'm in Eastern. I split my time between Niagara Falls and Toronto. So, Don Ray B, thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course, but they've done that kind of thing countless times before. When we look at Don Ray B, we see a creator that wants to inspire us and motivate us the second we get to the channel. The banner says each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true, and they want to instill in us the idea that we can make our dreams come true as well. In their case, they dreamt of the idea of living a homesteading lifestyle, which they now do. They moved on to 4 acres, and they share that journey with us through videos as well as shorts. So we'll have a look at how the shorts are doing, and we see that these have gotten into 2,000 views and beyond. A couple of newer ones have gotten into 2,500, even 3,300 views and beyond. That 3,300, that log splitter, might still be moving, actually. And then we look through their videos, we see a lot of outdoor content as well as product reviews. So hopefully everybody will connect with Don Ray B. There's a lot more information on their About section to let us know about the channel, why they started, what they intend to do. But this has been a incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family. So thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, MT Homestead, as well. I'm just going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Butler Family Farm is coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other in the meantime, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements individually and independently. Of course, we're going to come back in 3.5 minutes. Alright, we're back and just about to talk about Jerry and Susan from Butler Family Farm. I believe Mackinson is a brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family. Please correct me if I'm mentioning the channel name wrong. I'd like to promote all channels the way they want to be promoted while you're here, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. You're going to get Justin Mellow's music and vlogs on the wheel. I added a couple of names while we were on break there. Butler Family Farm brings us 116 acres of homesteading and farming. They've got quite a lot going on their channel. This looks like a really cool video. I think our ideas of what's interesting changes as we get a little bit older, because never in my life would I have imagined that cleaning a shop or a garage or anything like that would be something I'd want to see, but I actually want to see this video. I love the idea of making things more efficient. Over the years, I've become a big fan of the idea of not just spring cleaning, but the idea of wiping things out and giving a fresh start. You know, like the idea is like take your desk. My desk gets as cluttered as anybody, and just wipe everything off and start over. Often what I'll do is I'll pile everything into a cardboard box, and if it doesn't come back out of the box, then obviously I'm not going to use it again, right? And the same can go for a lot of things. One of the things I recommend to a lot of people, I haven't done it as much lately as I usually do, but the idea of refreshing computers as well. Lots of us are using our computers for our video editing and things like that. If you're lucky enough to be able to have a hard drive to back up all your stuff, what you can do is start your computer with its factory settings every year and keep those things working nice and buttery smooth, right? So Butler Family Farm, see the mess before? So I'll watch the video and see what you're talking about there. But we can learn a lot from our homesteading friends, of course, and I find that these creators seem to have a lot of generosity at the forefront of their mind in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. So let's have a look at their About page for a second. They've got bees on their farm, which will be back in around March, but in the meantime, they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as some pets, cats and dogs. They take us out for family adventures, and they give us lots of tips and tricks when it comes to the idea of gardening and things like that. I'm just going to grab their latest video. They've got MT Homestead listed right there that we just saw, along with Lazy Days Ahead, familiar channels here. I'm going to put this Veterans Day tribute into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that as well. And I've got this one already in there, yes, double checking. When we get into shorts videos, we see that Butler Family Farm has brought us 4,000 views and even 5,000 on one of these, which is great to see. When we get into live streams, they've got one coming up tomorrow. Hopefully I'll catch that. Mondays are a tough day for me. I'm not sure if we're streaming. I might crash right into your stream there, but I'm not certain. And then Butler Family Farm does a really good job of making themselves a part of the YouTube community by heading out for a lot of meetups, particularly these Ozark meetups, the Mid-America meetup from the beginning of the year, and when they're not doing that, they do a lot of StreamYard panels. So they're always collaborating with other creators and always introducing us to new channels as well, for which I'm grateful. Now, Butler Family Farm is here with us pretty much every single day, and they happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. So hopefully you'll connect with them and get some of that support coming back to you as well. And then, yeah, that's true, Bucket List Homestead. I have, now I don't live any kind of a homesteading lifestyle. I happen to live in an apartment, and I'm a big city boy, probably always will be. But I tend to have, over the years, gotten a little bit better at letting things go, but I tend to have a really hard time with that. The idea is every time you open a box of something you haven't opened in a while, it's like Christmas, right? Oh, I forgot all about this. I'm going to use this tomorrow, and then it doesn't get used, right? That happens a lot of the time, but I get better. I get better as time goes on. While I don't necessarily aspire for a homesteading lifestyle myself, my ideal situation would be to live about 3 or 4 lines outside of a city. I live in Niagara Falls right now, and it's still got enough of that small town attitude in the community around here where people actually wish you a good day when you leave the grocery store and stuff like that, or you could go into you shopping and you find a couple of guys who don't know each other talking across a parking lot together having a conversation. I like a little bit of that stuff, but then again, Me personally, my happy place is being surrounded by computer screens and things like that. And I know how hard that must be to hear from some of our homesteading friends, but it's true. So my idea would be to be on an acre or two outside the city where it's just a little bit unbearable to cut the lawn myself, but to actually have a garden outdoors would be wonderful as well. So I think about that. I like to be close to the city, but far enough away that I can enjoy the smallest bit of greenery around. Cabaret Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Niagara Falls is a beautiful city. It's literally a wonderful place to visit, a great place to live. There's no such thing as traffic here. Traffic in Niagara Falls makes me laugh compared to coming from Toronto, which obviously is a world-class city. Michael's Adventures, I did have honey, as a matter of fact, right before I started Tuber Chat. But again, we're getting 2 hours into the stream. A lot of people around me have started to have colds and things like that. And I wonder if, that's a sign. We've had a real roller coaster of weather. Lately, it got freezing, back up to summer, almost t-shirt weather, back down to freezing, and that kind of thing goes on here frequently. And then, cutting 116 acres. As a matter of fact, my very first full-time job for a summer when I was 15 years old was cutting lawns, and I had to follow the people on the tractors. It was actually a company run, it was all women, and there was just me. There's just a small handful of us, but they would drive the tractors, and I had to follow them with a handheld lawnmower and get all the tight spaces that they couldn't get, right? We didn't have to use the big weed whackers and stuff like that. But once in a while, they'd let me use the tractor a little bit, not as much as I liked, and that was a lot more fun, but boy, did I ever dislike that job. They ended up firing me because I used to pretend I was sick all the time. By the end of the summer, I didn't want to do it anymore. My grandfather tried to cover for me. He was kind of letting me stay with him while I did that job. But it paid for a lot of the things I was happy to have. And then when I got into my the next year, when I was 16, I started actually working full-time, still while going to school, but that I took jobs that were very easy to do with a lot of slack. So, Rage Gaming Jory, good to see you in the house. They're here with us just about every single day. They've changed their name several times, along with their banner and avatar. 746 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. They've got a couple of videos here, lots of shorts. These have started to move now into beyond 2,000 views and on the way to 3,000, and then live streams are something frequent where they bring us a mix of different popular gameplay, Fortnite, Roblox, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, lots of monster titles there, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously another loyal and dedicated supporter that's here with us regularly. We'll spin the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Feathered Friends Homestead is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. I think Scratchmaster said they were still in the house too, yes? Scratchmaster's still here. We'll get them onto the wheel. I'll take it slow now, because we'll see how many channels we can get through in the next 45 minutes or so. My voice will be at its end by that time. I probably should stop and take another spoonful of honey while I'm doing what we're doing here, just to keep the voice going a little bit. I know it gets scratchy by the end of the stream. I also am trying not to scream at the camera. Those of you who live stream know that sometimes we tend to be loud. We speak louder than we need to, and that can make your voice wear down faster. So Feathered Friends Homestead is here with 408 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're thinking about. They come to us from rural Colorado. So this is Kim Chuck and their Chihuahua Peanut. And they bring us gardening, farming, cooking, baking, canning, and home preserving. They also raise a lot of feather friends, and we get an idea of that when we get into the shorts videos. I'm just going to take one of their latest standard videos there. They've got homemade chili. We've been talking about chili a lot here because I enjoy making it as much as I enjoy eating it. When we get into shorts, We see a lot of these have gotten into 1,200 views, 1,500 on a couple of them, which is great to see as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Feathered Friends Homestead. We see them here frequently in Superchat. I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And when we look at Scratchmaster, we see another channel that's been with us frequently. And thank you for that, the How-To Lady. She always has the nicest things to say and the most motivating things here in the Tuber Chat family. We've literally gained hundreds of thumbs up because of her friendly and energetic reminders. Scratchmaster is a channel I thought we'd had on the screen before, but I must be mistaken. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I usually look for something a bit longer. I'll take this 6-minute video. I'll put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. Then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I've got Wrestling Figs on the wheel now. Get to the Farm is coming up. We'll look at 2 channels here. One of the biggest complaints that I've heard in my 6.5 years on YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get our in-real-life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it? So I think it makes it that much more extra special when we do find in-real-life friends and family members that are supporting each other wholeheartedly, like Get to the Farm and I Want to Know. Now, one of the things that happens here in Tuber Chat, I spend, obviously hours when we're on stream, but literally it gets into weeks and months where we're putting channels on the screen. And as much as I get to know, I certainly don't catch everything. So occasionally we'll feature channels. I hope to get back to that soon. But Get to the Farm is a channel that was featured previously, and when I sat and watched 3 or 4 of their videos all at once, I was kind of blown away by how much information is included in every single video. First of all, they do a lot of shout-outs throughout most of their videos, but they also take the time to get to know the channels and get to know the content so that they can give really thorough descriptions of what you're going to expect to see when you get to these other channels. Get to the Farm, of course, comes to us from the homesteading community. They may bring back live streams at some point. If they do, they intend to let everybody meet each other the way we do here in Tuber Chat. They tend to be focused on the homesteading community, but we'll keep an eye on the channel and see if they're going to bring those out. They got 4,000 and almost 5,000 views on their shorts. And then we're going to look at I Want to Know. This is a husband and wife combo, and Get to the Farm actually narrates the videos on I Want to Know. The idea behind this channel is to talk about the unexplained. The idea, of course, is if we want to know, they want to know. So they bring this to us in videos. They're at 400 subscribers right now. They're actually got it pretty much locked in at 409. Hopefully we can push them towards the 500 they're thinking about. And then when we get into their videos, I see they've got a couple of new ones. I'll put one of these in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them or get caught up with them. They've been long-time, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters as well, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to get Jesse Miller unboxings and more on there in another moment. In the meantime, we're going to look at Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. This is Mark. This is a creator who's also known to collaborate with others on StreamYard panels, and they've been a longtime friend here in the Tuber Chat family. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. I see they've got a featured video, so I'm going to put this channel onto my catch-up list, especially because it says it's National Kevin Day. What a wonderful idea for a day. That's something I can get behind, absolutely. I hadn't heard of that before. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is getting added to the wheel. We'll get them on right now. We'll get back to spinning in a second. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt brings us 1,300 subscribers, and then when we get into their About section, we see a place to chat about all things cultural, including food, travel, mental health, and hopefully to make friendships here. They bring shorts videos on their channel that can include some delicious looking content we see, as well as some outdoor content getting into 1,100 and 1,200 views. Live streams on the channel are frequent, and I've seen them many times on StreamYard panels. I haven't caught a lot of these outdoor ones. I don't know if I've caught you for one of these ones before. But hopefully I will. I've got notification bells on for every channel. We do that in the spirit of catching as much content as we can from each other, and for the idea of catching each other as often as we can. Catch-up list for me includes a lot of videos from a lot of creators that allows me to keep caught up with them. I've put the latest lottery ticket scratching video from Corner Clubhouse Cobalt into my catch-up list. And playlists can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. If anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Glorious Platter has been a long-time dear friend. She was in the chat earlier. She brings delicious looking content on her channel in a lot of recipes and cooking videos, including live streams actually. But she's really expanded the content on her channel, especially over the last year, and now has crossed 3,000 subscribers. So you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what it must have taken to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond, and what they must have been through in their YouTube journey. And then, rambling with the brooms is learning what it's like to be on the wheel for 2.5 hours. And some creators here, like Scratch and PPA and Canadian Family Life, know what it's like to be picked first and be picked last or close to it. Just Jason Keto and Moore's been through that. Butler Family Farm by now has probably been through that as well. So Glorious Platter has brought us a lot of shorts. We'll see what she's got going on in these. Some of these have really gotten into 16,000, 17,000, 19,000 views, which is great. Live streams are frequent on the channel. She's collaborated with a lot of other creators. We'll see if she's going to bring these back. She's done a really good job of bringing us cooking videos in live streams, because she does a great job of preparing for the video so that we get an action-packed show. She's got another vacation video here, which is cool to see, so I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. It's a bit of a different type of content for her, and hopefully everybody will connect with her. She has been an incredibly dear friend for a long time. Mariah Michelson, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I've pronounced that right. Good to see you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. It's funny because a longtime friend from about 3 years ago, who makes occasional appearances here with different channels, is Mr. Naz. And they were responsible for naming the Wheel of Doom. And we've kept that name all this time, just because I think it's a fun description of some of the stress that I know can come along with waiting for the wheel. Hopefully it's more fun than frustrating for everybody. But it's something we added 3 years ago after the first many episodes of Superchat. When we started to get too busy to put every channel on the screen, the wheel came in handy so that we could mix things up. Vase Place is here with almost 1,300 subscribers. They've got a lot of variety on their channel as well, and they want to become self-reliant. They're going to show us their one-bedroom apartment. They have quail and rabbits, as well as many plants that they fit in their limited space. So we can follow their journey. I'm just going to grab the latest fall garden update, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. Shorts on this channel have moved into a couple hundred views and beyond, so as they post more and more, those will likely continue to grow. And then live live streams are frequent. So they've been doing these up to a few weeks ago. They did one yesterday. We'll keep an eye on the channel. We've got notification bells on for everybody, of course. It should be named the Wheel of Family. I keep the name anyway, Wheel of Doom, because it's kind of ridiculous, and it would make people wonder, why on earth would you call it something so silly? But it was named by Mr. Naz, and part of it is we keep it named that way in honor of him. Similar to my ketchup list, which was named by our dear friend Ghostly Winds from Australia. And I use it to keep caught up with creators, but it's another fun name. Because I tend not to be as fun a person as some people might think. Of course, I think I'm hilarious, but we leave it to other people to have to argue that all day. I know not everybody appreciates sarcasm as much as I do. But I tend to do a lot of things that feel like they would come out of a textbook. And for that reason, when other people can inject personality into the Tuber Chat family, I'm extremely grateful. For instance, Scratch and Pete PA is very well known as one of the most supportive creators that I've met. And I can't tell you how many times we've gotten messages here on all the different social pages or networks or DMs that say, "Hey, Kevin and Pete," or "Hey, Tuber Chat Pete," which is interesting to see, but it shows you the impact he has on everyone. Trish the Natural's in the house. I'm not sure if I put you on the wheel. I wiped the wheel out about an hour and a half ago, so I've got you on there now if you were here before and I took that off. Something funny, yeah, Derpy Playground, could you imagine? It's okay, I've got an entire another channel for that stuff, so everybody can see as much as they want of my silliness, nonsense, and my attempts to grow a channel as well. Wrestling Figs is here with 231 subscribers. Wrestling Figs, of course, standing for wrestling figures and other collectibles. I see they've got a new video. This one's really short, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list anyway. When we dig through their content, we get an idea of what they're bringing to us here, and a little bit of a mix with the figures there. Not just wrestling. Wrestling Figs has been with us regularly since finding us just a few weeks ago, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. So let's spin the wheel. If anybody hasn't already given us a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We all know what it's like to get into a premiere, a live stream. You get captivated by the content or the conversation, saying hello to everybody, and have to be reminded. That's why we give each other so many friendly reminders. Yeah, figs is a different meaning to our homesteading friends, of course, right? Don Ray B says. And let's get Trish the Natural ready to go. We will be back in 3.5 minutes. Alright, we're back and looking at Trish the Natural. Now, Watch Us Decorate just came in and dropped a super chat right away, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. For that reason, we're going to look at that channel next before I start spinning the wheel again. So we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next 20 minutes or so. Trish the Natural is somebody who talks to us about natural hair care. She has really expanded the content on her channel. She gets into the idea of wigs and weaves, as well as other tips, tricks, and tutorials and product reviews when it comes to beauty and natural hair care. Now, this creator as well does a lot of shout outs throughout her videos, which I stumbled across accidentally just by watching her content. One of the things you're going to notice is she puts presentation at the forefront of her mind. And we talk about this all the time. She's got a professional look to all of her thumbnails. Bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable. And then when we roll over the videos, you get the exactly what you expect from the thumbnail is what you find when you get into the videos. And I think that's really going to pay off for her. Trish the Natural's here with us every day as well. Now, I know not everybody can be. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but I like to recognize it because Trish the Natural does try to be here just about every stream. She's also got shorts that have gotten into over 2,100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something she's experimented with. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if she's going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every channel, always in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. She is working on 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer to that milestone. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Watch Us Decorate is coming up. This is a channel I was really happy to see. In our home, we watch a lot of baking and cooking shows. Kristen and Kira are both talented in the kitchen. And, I've come to enjoy watching them as well. But Watch Us Decorate is bringing us beautiful work when it comes especially to a lot of the cakes, cupcakes, other sweet treats that they've got here. We see candy apples on the channel, and it's somebody I'm still getting to know. They've been here with us every day since finding us, and that's just under a month ago, I believe, or somewhere around there. 406 subscribers, so they have to be excited about that. Entrance into the partner program that comes now after 500 subscribers, as long as you've got your 3,000 hours of watch time. And we see these shorts have moved into 2,500, 3,000 views and beyond. Pardon me, and they're bringing a lot of variety into the different types of things that they're making here. Videos bring more of the same. I'm just going to grab one of their latest and put this into my catch-up list. That'll help me somewhat keep caught up with them. Just Jason Keto and more might like this as well, along with Florida Claimers Ted. We all used to be DJs in a past life, and this DJ turntable cake is pretty elaborate as well. I'm sure everybody will be impressed by the work that we see here, but therefore, hopefully you'll connect with this creator as well. We'd love to push them towards that 500 subscribers. BSM10, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Rambling with the Brooms is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. This is a creator who's here as a member and a moderator, a fellow Canadian, closer to our nation's capital, about 4 or 6 hours away from me. He's working on 2,200 subscribers right now. Grismatically Clever, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming back in. And then Rambling with the Brooms comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. When we get into his shorts videos, we see some of that famous Canadian winter weather. In a few of these, he's got a newer one that's moving now into 3,400 views and beyond. I think it's still growing. He's got one at 7,700, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are frequent. Scott does a Thursday and Friday series of live streams. He often brings up StreamYard panelists, introduces us to other channels, and he's built up a reputation as a moderator on hundreds of channels. He's making me laugh in the chat there. Scrambling with the Broom's been here almost from the beginning of the stream and waited 2.5 hours to get onto the screen from the wheel, but that happens all the time. We never know. The wheel is completely random. Rambling with the Broom says, well, it could be indoors, could be outdoors, could be collaborating with others like Butler Family Farm, and he really does a great job of making himself a part of the YouTube community, both by advocating for channels to grow, but also by literally traveling hundreds of miles to meet up with other creators. We've seen him on Butler Family Farms channel for a couple of those meetups. This Chillin' with the Gillums is what I thought I saw yesterday. I forget when the last one was that they were on, and they had a StreamYard panel full of creators there. Now, Rambling with the Brooms has an interesting project going on as well. He's got something called Cruise in Alaska 2025. There's lots of information on his channel, both in videos and live streams. They talk about it frequently. But in the summer of 2025, they're going to go from Seattle to Alaska for a week-long cruise, and they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters for that. So that's just one example of the collaborating that he does with other creators, but Scott otherwise might be in the Sugar Shack making some of that famous Canadian maple syrup as well. So there's lots of variety on the channel. He gets into product reviews. There's as much outdoor content as there is indoor content, like I said, coming to us from the homesteading community of channels. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment here, and thank you again, Watch Us Decorate, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Justin Mello's music and vlogs is somebody I've been connected to for about 4 years, since before TuberChat was even a thought. One of the first creators I met in the small YouTuber community after I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years. Justin Mello's music and vlogs is very much known as somebody who probably shares more for other creators on other social networks than anybody else that I've seen in the last 6.5 years on YouTube. He is sharing on, I believe, Twitter as well as Facebook and possibly other places as well. He's over 6,000 subscribers right now, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. He's long surpassed that. When we get into Justin Mello's music and vlogs, we see as well they've got a premiere coming up tomorrow, and they bring a lot of music collaborations with other creators, almost like karaoke covers. They've done tons and tons and tons, literally hundreds, I think, of songs here. They're getting close to 500 videos on the channel, including a few shorts that have gotten into a couple hundred views now as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Justin Mello's music and vlogs. I'm just going to put their featured video on my catch-up list as well. That'll move that video into the archive for me, and we'll look at Jesse Miller's unboxings and more right now. Did we look at Maritza's Yarn and Crafts? I can't be 100% sure if we already looked at that channel today. Forgive me, for the life of me, I can't remember. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now, and if we already looked at them, we'll get over them quickly. Let's get Cabarar Gaming on the wheel right now. They are a longtime friend, and we'll take it one at a time and see how we're doing for time. My voice is just about done for today. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has a premiere coming up today, actually. They're going to do that in a couple of hours, and so we know there'll be fresh content here. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More does a little bit of variety on their channel, but it's mostly unboxing videos. They get into subscription services, which I love, and ideas like that. Shorts videos on the channel have done well, getting into 1,300 and 2,200 views. I consider any video popular if it's got 1,000 views, and that's no not spoken out by YouTube or by anybody else. I just have that in my mind, that if a video gets 1,000 views, it's popular. and that includes shorts, as a matter of fact. We know that those can go much farther. We've got creators here that are approaching 1 million. And thank you, Scratch and PPA. I thought so. I think Marita's Yarn and Crafts came in for a while and went out and came back in. I could be wrong, but thank you for that. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and more has been a longtime dear friend, somebody who supports on all of my channels, and literally this year has spent hours upon hours supporting me, along with other creators like Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, Just Jason, Keto, and more, and others. Cabaret Gaming is coming up right now, and this is a creator that brings us video gameplay. They've got 2 channels actually. Philip Lemon's making me laugh in the chat, but thank you for the kind words. Philip Lemon, I'll put you on the wheel right now. They're a longtime friend. They've been here for a while today. Cabaret Gaming mixes up the gameplay, and they bring us video shorts and live streams. So they mix up different types of video games, and I know they must be excited that we've heard now that there might be an official announcement about Grand Theft Auto finally coming out. Grand Theft Auto 6, which is supposed to be, if I understand right, located in Miami again, Vice City. That should be announced next month. They do a lot of Grand Theft Auto on this channel in between other games. And they've gotten 38 and 39,000 views on a couple of the shorts here. And then live streams are frequent. I've caught them time and time again. They always give you a warm welcome, and there's always a vibrant community in there as well. When we get to Cabaret Vlogs, we see a second channel from this creator where they're bringing us tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials from the same creator behind Cabaret Gaming. Shorts on this channel have started to move into hundreds of views. And some of what we find on this channel moves beyond beginner tutorials, as a matter of fact, but there's lots of helpful information here. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're just pumping up some watch hours there. But they've been a long-time friend, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Cabaret Gaming. I know you'll enjoy getting the support that comes back from them for your own channel. And let's look at Kat Lynn now. This is another creator who happens to be a member, so they were put on the wheel right away. They bring us oracle readings on their channel. This can give you an idea as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, and what might be to come. I'm just going to grab their featured video and put that in my catch-up list. It's very short. And then I'm going to take the latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well. They're posting frequently. Sometimes they get as far as to a couple of times a week, but at least once a week. Legal-minded friends, Karen Cole, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Kat Lynn as well is getting close to 800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Shorts on this channel have started to move into 1,000 views, 1,400, 1,500, with a little bit of variety here. And then live streams are something that they bring out occasionally, so we'll keep an eye on the channel. We got notification bells on for everybody. Let us spin the wheel, and we'll see what Philip Lemon has got going on their channel for today. They bring us pure variety, but they've been a longtime friend as well. And Philip Lemon is working on 200 subscribers right now. They're sitting at 170. They've got some shorts here. These have started to move into 1,500 views and beyond. Live streams are something they've done a few times, bringing us some popular gameplay. They've got back into Stardew Valley. I didn't realize that that game is like an independent, one of the biggest independent games of all time. Let's see what they've got going on in their rant video here. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They've put out a few videos in the last couple of weeks, which is great. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see who's coming up next. Looks like it's going to be Bucket List Homestead, and I can't remember for the life of me if we've had that channel on the screen or not. We've got a lot of friends in the homesteading community, and they tend to be a lot of very supportive creators. So yes, of course, they've been here before and up on the screen as well. They got over 5,000 subscribers, which is great to see, and hopefully we can push them towards the 5,200 they're going to be thinking about. I'm going to grab one of their latest handmade Christmas collaboration videos. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to see another piece of content from them. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels, and then by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams, I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. I'm going to get Grismatically Clever onto our wheel right now. We see Bucket List Homestead has got some shorts videos, and these have gotten into 3,000 views and on the way to 4,000 now. When we get into live streams, we see that these are frequent. So I caught them for a live stream a couple of weeks ago, and then hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And I'm just going to take this 3 Rivers Challenge video and put that in my catch-up list as well, because it's in your featured position. So let's spin the wheel, and I meant to put on Grismatically Clever, but my copy and paste I must have not done correctly. We'll see what they've got going on. And just for fun, we'll spin the wheel, but we'll get that channel up onto the screen, see what they've got going on. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. I've got 2 more to go. We're going to look at Carrie Leonard and Legal-Minded Friends Karen Cole, but we have been on for almost 3 hours now, and then I still can't be certain if we're going to do a stream tomorrow. I got to see how my voice is in the morning. We might be able to make up one. I try to do an extra one so that we can get on 4 times a week when we can. Grismatically Clever's brand new to Tuberchat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is grab one of your videos. I usually look for something that's a little bit longer than 3 minutes. So I'll take this 9-minute one. I'll put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Legal-Minded Friends Karen Cole is coming up right now. She's a lawyer from the UK. We'll see what they've got going on. Retro Levon Plays YT. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I'm uncertain about which channel that is. I think I know which one it is. What was the name of your channel? It wasn't Retro Completionist, was it? And forgive me if I'm mistaken. They might have renamed their channel, but it's good to have you here. And Legal-Minded Friends Karen Cole is going to bring us a lot of legal information. So, of course, there's a difference between legal advice and legal information, and any attorney, including Karen Cole, can let you know what you're receiving while you're talking to them. I'm just taking your latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list along with the one you got in the featured position there. And she's bringing, pardon me, she is growing a catalog of legal information on her channel. She's got some shorts here as well. These have gotten into 1,300 and 1,400 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator as well is bringing these occasionally. Is that yellow shirt that again? Yes, it is. With interesting, that's not a yellow shirt. And I've caught him without a yellow shirt before. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Legal-Minded Friends Karen Cole. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating together. We'll spin the wheel. Carrie Leonard will come up. Thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent here. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you are willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Dark Swordsman Gaming's coming in. I'm going to put them on the wheel and therefore the screen in another moment here. Carrie Leonard's another fellow Canadian. Just going to grab one of their latest videos. I thought I grabbed these the other day and put them in my catch-up list. I must be mistaken. I'm going to put these both in my catch-up list. They're very short. And then we'll look at the official shorts videos on this channel, and we see that these have gotten into 900 and even 2,400 views. When we get into live streams, we see more variety from this creator, and they're going live frequently, almost daily, as a matter of fact. I see, pardon me, Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network is in the house. They bring us fantasy football. And now we're going to look at Dark Swordsman Gaming, who brings us video gameplay with shorts, videos, and live streams. They post frequently, usually at least once a week. They've got, oh sorry, I said shorts. There's no shorts on the channel just yet. We'll see if those come up at some point, but they do have live streams, and they mix up the video gameplay here. Dark Swordsman Gaming's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time now. And we can see a lot of the popular games that they're bringing in their live streams. There's some more Stardew Valley down there as well. We saw that earlier today. So again, thank you everybody for the time that you spent. And we will try to do a stream tomorrow, but again, I can't be certain. Thank you to our moderators for everything that they're doing. Fat Man James Fishing, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. You're just catching us at the end of the stream today. Thank you for waiting out that 20 minutes. We'll be back either tomorrow or later in the week, certainly on the weekend. We do our streams as pop-ups here, and then we will have our instructions in our video description so that you can get the most value out of the time that you do spend here the next time that you catch us, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your channel every time you're here. Ria's Blissful Connections just came in. This creator is bringing some polarizing content lately, but as well, they bring us homeschooling content and a lot of organization ideas. Goal setting is an idea here we've seen. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're at 991 subscribers right now, getting very close to that magical 1,000. So thank you again everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. I'll leave this stream running for an extra 3.5 minutes so that you can clean up your connections here, and then we'll see everybody again soon. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.